welcome to MojoPlays, and today we're looking at 10 Assassin's Creed features we want to come back. For this list, we'll be looking at features and mechanics that seem to have been lost as the Assassin's Creed series has progressed from stealth to an RPG open world. With Assassin's Creed Mirage going back to basics, maybe a few of these will sneak their way back into the series. Sharpen your hidden blade and blend into the crowd in the comments, and let us know which feature you want to make a comeback. Before we continue, we publish content all week long. Be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos. Grappling Hook. There's no better thrill of jumping from one small brick to a window to reach the highest point in the map. But sometimes we don't want to go through the hassle of strategic hand placement and a well-timed jump. Sometimes we want a little boost. We last saw the grappling hook in Assassin's Creed Syndicate. It only makes sense that an assassin would have an arsenal of gadgets to help them reach their target, or simply easier ways to get from building to building. Heck, it even makes for a great way to pull your enemies closer for a quick strike. Chaining executions. For the most part, assassins work alone, but that can't be said for enemies that lay in your path. While you could chain 2 kills together in Assassin's Creed Valhalla, most times our assassin is up against a small army. Assassin's Creed 3 was the peak of the chain kills or chain executions. In AC3 we could leap over our foes after taking them out to quickly get to the next. If done correctly, you'll look as if John Wick jumped into the Animus himself. It only makes sense that assassins are trained to take on multiple enemies and how to get themselves out of a sticky situation. Unique cities. Cities used to be a major part of Assassin's Creed games, but as the games focus more on RPG mechanics, for some reason, the cities fell to the wayside. The newer games in the series have cities, but most feel similar and lack some of what made the older locations feel lived in. Cities used to be the main focus point of the franchise, each feeling different and unique. They used to have different regions filled with all manner of people of various classes. You would see religious figures walking around, shopkeepers, poor folk, and everything in between. These features in each city gave them a unique feel and the sense of life that is sorely missed. Gather intel.
Who knows what the future holds? What tragedies tomorrow may bring? Defend against an uncertain future. Protect the ones you love.
If you're going to be tailing a target, you at least need to make sure you've got the right person. Gathering intel seems like it would be the backbone feature of the franchise given that we're playing an assassin. Back in the older games, there were 3 ways for your character to gather the necessary info to confirm the target. If you're looking for a more stealthy way, you could pickpocket the city folk or eavesdrop on their conversations. If you wanted to be more brutal, you could always interrogate people. Alas, there appears to be less of that these days in favor of drinking games and flying.
I have nothing to say to you.
Speak to me or speak to God. It's your choice.
Naval Combat. While it may be getting skull and bones someday, it won't be nearly as good as the naval combat in the Assassin's Creed series. Sadly, Assassin's Creed Valhalla dropped the naval combat completely, which was a damn shame. Ever since the introduction of naval combat to the series with Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, fans love feeling like a pirate and are eager for it to return. We'll even take the Assassin's Creed Odyssey naval battles over nothing. HELIX rifts.
Glad you can make it. You have to free our agent and get to the exit portal.
While jumping into the Animus and experiencing your ancestors' past is the crux of every Assassin's Creed game, it was fun to occasionally switch things up. HELIX allowed players the chance to experience new and unique time periods, including the likes of the California Gold Rush, the American Revolution, and the Golden Age of Piracy. It was a breath of fresh air to step out into these miniature set pieces for a little while, allowing for interesting narrative opportunities. Who knows why they never capitalized on this? Assassin recruits.
Your aid is welcome, and I am grateful. Now, I need to find Sam Adams.
Taking on the Templars could be a challenge, but what if you had some help? Last seen properly in Assassin's Creed 3, recruiting assassins would build an army to help with the fight against the Templars. These assassins would go out and do their own missions and gain experience and skills with each success. These recruits can also be called to aid your assassin in battle if need be. We're all for gameplay elements that allow us to accumulate experience on the side. Parkour Puzzles. Parkour used to feel amazing, scaling from buildings, jumping from rooftop to rooftop, and even jumping from tree to tree. Parkour used to be implemented in more ways than just movement. Anyone remember the tomb puzzles? These locations would have our assassin look to see the best path to travel while pulling levers, switches, and tackling smaller puzzles within a larger puzzle. This was a great way to use the parkour and honestly made you feel amazing when you landed the perfect run. Assassination levels. Just because you're taking on Templars doesn't mean you stop training. Ranking up your assassin used to be a major deal back in Ezio's day. Assassins start off as a novice or recruit before eventually making their way to veteran or master with enough time and effort. Not only did the leveling system act as recognition, but it also added major incentives by having every new level reward different weapons and abilities. Nowadays, not so much. Multiplayer. Assassin's Creed had some crazy fun multiplayer. Think of it of a big game of tag where everyone is it. The whole goal was to use all the assassin skills you've learned throughout the main game and attempt to fool real players, blending in with the NPCs, keeping an eye out for any small error of the other players, etc. This mode took the excellent stealth mechanics and fully used them to seem like a normal person in the crowd. Once you were detected or detected another player, the amazing parkour would come into play. Chasing down your target was a blast, as they were trying to evade and slip away back into the crowd. We've spent most of our childhood preparing for this ultimate game of tag, so seeing it return would be very welcomed. Did you enjoy this video? Check out some other clips from MojoPlays, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.